All right, hello and welcome. I'm DaveTerenas,
And I'm J.M. Goldstein.
and we're going to be reading for you. It's a piece called The Violin. It's by Firestorm Neuralgos.
Neuralgos!
Yes.
Oh, yeah!
All right, and so this actually comes with its own introduction. So we'll go ahead and read that to you.
Oh, yeah.
Author's note. Hey, guess what? I decided to write another horror suspense story. Surprise, surprise. As usual, no flames, please, although I will accept constructive criticism, comments, and questions.
That's what we're here for. Warnings! Not to be read after dark or in an empty house. Contains some serious messing with the mindness. 2 swear words. Hot damn!
Oh, but there they are, right there.
Whoops.
Oh, well.
And some very creepiness. Do not take this lightly.
And without further ado. You okay?
Yeah. Just got a little bit worked up there.
All right. She ran her hand lovingly along the bow, feeling each rut, each bump, each scratch. The wooden bow was old and worn, but it was still functional. That was all that mattered. Carefully, she lifted the violin to her shoulder, resting her chin on the hard rubber pad. She lowered the bow to the strings and drew it back, causing a loud squeaking sound. She flinched, out of tune again. After twirling the tuning knobs a few times, she played the note again. This time the sound produced was deep and mournful, a sound that made her want to cry. She shook her head. There had been enough tears to last her all year. No tears for music. School, parents, siblings caused her tears. Music didn't cause tears. Carefully, she flipped open the tattered Suzuki book to page 12. She began to play the song, which was a slow, quiet melody. I apologize. It was her favorite one, the one she called No Tears for Girl. She had a name, but no one used it. They called her Girl. Well, her parents called her Girl. The children at school called her Freak, Loser, Weird, Crazy, never Girl, never Monica. Well, actually it was Demonica, since her mom wanted to call her Demon, but the hospital wouldn't let her. She imagined that her friends would call her Monica, but it appears she doesn't have any. She brushed away all thoughts of names, of demons, of tears, and she concentrated on the music. She got lost in it, wallowed in the notes until she was drenched in music. She thought in music, smelled music, breathed music. Music, music, music. It was what she loved.
Craft music.
It was all she could read. After a minute, she closed her eyes, playing the song from memory. She never missed a note. It was perfect, and she allowed herself a small smile. The smile quickly disappeared. She heard footsteps on the basement stairs. Her eyes flew open, and she grabbed the music stand and book. She dragged them behind the washing machine and hid them, just barely going back to folding laundry before her mother appeared in the doorway.
She was scowling, her eyes narrowed and drooping. Her arms were folded, her foot tapping as she glared at Monica. As usual, she was dressed in high school clothing, as Monica called it. Her mother called it fashionable clothing.
I really wish you could see the air quotes he's doing right now.
That is true, they're bloody good. It was a very tight tank top this time, in red, and a pair of very short shorts. On her feet were red flip-flops.
Are you done yet, girl? Of course, she never asked about the music. She didn't even care, as long as the chores were done.
Almost, mistress. She didn't want to be called mother, mama, mommy, mom, nothing but mistress. More names. Names. She hated names. Why not just use music? Her name was No Tears for Girl, even though that's a name. Her mother's name was a loud, angry song. Her father's wasn't even a song, just a low, monotone note. The kids at her school had various yucky-sounding songs. That's the best adjective she could think of. The teachers were haughty, snobby-sounding songs. Yeah, all teachers are jerks.
Hurry up! I've got to go soon, and you have to go to your room first. Monica frowned.
Yes, mistress. Her room wasn't a room. It was the basement, but not the part with her violin. Maybe if she was fast.
I'll be back in 5 minutes, and if you're not done, no dinner. Understand? Monica nodded, even though she did not speak.
Yes, mistress. She resumed folding the shirt in her hands as the woman marched back upstairs. Monica waited and waited. She hurried and kept folding the clothes, still waiting. When she was sure her mother was gone, she grabbed her violin, the bow, the music, and the stand, and she tiptoe ran into her bedroom. The walls were cold stone, the floor covered in a flimsy carpet. In one corner was a cot, and in another was a small table. There was a closet with her few spare clothes inside. She could put the violin in there. Quickly, Monica hid the instrument and the music inside, then rushed back to her chores. She hadn't had breakfast that morning, since she had failed to finish her homework before 5 o'clock a.m. She had to have dinner.
True to her word, the mother was back in 5 minutes. Monica stood silently by the cluster of baskets, all lined up and ready to go upstairs.
Good. You actually accomplished something this time. Now, go to your room.
Yes, mistress. Monica walked to her room, and her mother stood in the doorway, about to close the door. Mistress.
What? I have to go.
My birthday is tomorrow. Can I have a present? Disgusted, the woman rolled her eyes.
Fine. What do you want? Nothing expensive.
A violin book.
Why would you want something like that? You don't even play the violin.
Yes, it does.
It's not like I can hear it. I'll just get you a candy bar or something while I'm out. And maybe you can come upstairs for dinner tomorrow. Now, leave me alone. I've got to go. She shut the door, and Monica heard a key turn in the lock. She sat down on the bed and began to think. Tomorrow, she would turn 15. Maybe she could play for her mother, and she would get Monica a violin book to play. Yes, she would play No Tears for Girl. Her mother might like that one. When she heard a car start and drive away, Monica picked up her violin, pulled the stand and book out of the closet, and began to play. No Tears for Girl had to be perfect for her mother. It had to be perfect.
The next morning. It doesn't take that long.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah. The lock clicked, and Monica looked up from her hands. She had been staring at them, worrying over the song. Was it good enough? Would her mother be impressed? The woman stood at the doorway.
Come on, hurry up if you want dinner upstairs. I'm having lasagna. Lasagna? She could practically taste the luxurious food. The steaming noodles, the scarlet sauce, the melting cheese.
You mean the stuff that comes in the tin from Walmart? I have a surprise for you, mistress. I will be upstairs in a minute.
Fine, whatever. As long as it doesn't take too long. She turned and walked back up the stairs. Nervous and excited, Monica picked up her violin, stand, and book. She never played for anyone but herself before. What if she didn't like it? What if she wasn't any good? Monica pushed away her doubts and started up the stairs.
Her mother sat at the kitchen table, serving herself a piece of lasagna. On the other plate was a Hershey's bar. No almonds, of course. Slowly, quietly, Monica put down the stand, careful not to get her mother's attention. Oh, she's like a grunt. You know, you don't make any sudden movements.
Like a ninja.
She placed the violin on her shoulder. opened to No Tears for Girl and started to play slowly, carefully, watching her mother, her head snapped upwards, staring at her daughter, in shock. She didn't move, but after only a minute she jumped to her feet.
Stop it, right now. First of all, that sounded awful. I don't ever want to hear that rotten noise again. Second, where the hell did you get that thing? Did you steal it? Her voice was practically shaking in rage, and Monica shrank back in fear.
I borrowed it from school, mistress. I'm going to give it back at the end of the year.
Like hell you are. You're giving it back tomorrow. No more of that. I won't have you wasting your time on stupid activities like that, you demon. Demon. She had said that word. Demon. 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 Her eyes filled with tears as she stared at her mother's infuriated face. Ah! You're so stupid. You're such a demon. You wonder why I named you that. She lunged forwards and grabbed the violin, hurling it at the wall. Monica screamed in anguish as she watched her beloved, old, battered instrument slam into the wall, shattering into hundreds of tiny shards. Oh, damn. Slowly... Oh, that's a very word.
Yeah, it was another one.
We're over our quota. I'm sorry. Slowly, her mother composed herself, taking deep breaths. You're going to clean up that mess, demon. Am I clear? Slowly. No. Monica turned to face her mother. Now she was the one shaking in anger.
You bogus! Her voice was accusing, hating.
Yeah, I did, and you deserved it. Now go. Clean it up. She accentuated each word, making it very clear.
I heard you the first time, Rich. You broke my violin! Monica screamed in rage, advancing on her mother. The woman took on a look of moderate fear, and soon terror, as her daughter came at her, holding a bow like a lethal weapon.
Perfect. The scream was heard throughout the street, and soon it was all quiet.
Now, most people avoid that house. The children tell stories, and the elders give warnings, and the adults glance at it warily. The place has fallen into ruin, slowly. Weather had attacked the town many times, leaving most houses damaged. Most of the houses were also fixed, all except for one, the house of Monica. It is said that every year on December 19th, a violin can be heard. It plays a haunting, beautiful, melancholy melody, a slow, sad tune that fills everyone's soul with sadness, and their eyes with tears. And every December 19th, there is a scream. I want to press it again. One boy, a particularly brave one, went into the house on that very night. He returned, shaking in fear, when interrogated later, he said that in the kitchen, there lay a decaying corpse of a woman, and her ghost haunted the house. However, that wasn't all. He said that as he was passing the basement steps on the way out, a girl stood on those steps. She was young, no more than 15, and in one hand was a violin, and in the other hand was a bow. Her bow was dripping with blood.
Author's note, and there you have it, the creepiest, most disturbing story I've ever written. I scared myself writing it. Mwahaha. I just hope I won't have any nightmares tonight since I'm finishing this at 11 o'clock p.m. And, so there it is.
Yeah. You know, just doing some thinking over that. The only cussing I heard was from us.
I think so. And I mean, we even went over the limit. I mean, it limits us to 2. I think we did 3. So
Yeah.
We kind of went over the quota.
I apologize, everyone. That was irresponsible of us. Yeah, I wish I could take it back, but that's not going to happen. So can I give some parting words?
Yeah, I'd also like to break. What are you, like 12? How is this frightening? If this is the scariest thing, I'm really interested in your other works. I mean,
she said not to take it lightly. So, just be careful.
I miss the whole messing with mindness and very creepiness. I mean, I was kind of looking forward to that.
Well, maybe we should have the lights off when we read it. Maybe that would help.
We'll have to try that.
Yeah.
So, you have parting words?
Yes. It goes a little something like this. Oh, God, why?
That was great.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a true thespian.
Alright, so, that's about it. We'll, thanks for making it to the end, and,
we applaud you.
hopefully we'll see you next time.